Thanks for having me in Grenoble. It's my first time, and it's been wonderful. Happy to be here. My name's Beau Stanton, and I'm an artist living in Brooklyn, New York. Well, I've always been into painting since I can remember. I've always, been oil painting since I was 10. It was always a part of my identity. And I grew up in Southern California, and I wasn't into graffiti. I wasn't an urban kid. I wasn't doing anything illegal. I was oil painting and playing the violin. Very kind of calm, measured. Really liked studying history, and went to art school. And in 2008, after graduating, I moved to New York to pursue a career in art, doing just about everything I could to be able to live there and make it. I'd never thought that I was going to do street art or muralism. I didn't think that, because I'm not pretending to be a badass that grew up in the mean streets of LA or something and like had this graph background. And I always felt like, because I didn't come from that it would be disingenuous to try and be doing street art. History of public art is massive and goes back, potentially forever. All of human existence, we're driven to leave our mark. And for better or worse, it's there to be judged and to be enjoyed, or to be disliked, or to be destroyed, or to be preserved. It's at the whims of the place that it's in. And sometimes it's very ephemeral. Sometimes it lasts a very long time based on things that I had created in the studio. And sometimes it goes in reverse. So sometimes I'll create an image for a mural first, and then I'll take parts of that and recreate it in the studio. So it's kind of a nice cross-pollination, because obviously when you're creating something outside like this, you're responding to the environment, you're responding to the architecture, and you're creating something that is to be viewed from a certain angle, and there's all these variables that come into play. Whereas in the studio, it's much more of a controlled thing. And sometimes that's better for coming up with new ideas, past, and they're going to come to their own conclusions. There's nothing I can do about that. At the same time, I like there to be subtext below just the appreciating it for its aesthetics. And so I always like to have, a sound foundation of my own intention and the concept. And so if you want to dig deeper, it's there. But ultimately, 99% of people are only going to appreciate it for its aesthetics. So first and foremost, it needs to function there. So that's what we have here. This is a sort of the framework that you see there, and the shapes are the ones with the sort of magenta, and the darker spots are like the wood framework. And then the shapes are like the panes of glass to create a dynamic background. And also, it's just part of my practice.
Yeah, it's a full circle.
Sometimes I'll build a mosaic out of stone and brick and glass, and then that will end up in the painting later. Ultimately, it was a valuable experience, and I think I'm more comfortable since then being challenged in that way, because now I think I got a lot of practice being able to talk about it and being able to maybe defend the work a little bit better, and also at the same time better at thinking about in the beginning how to, what makes sense in a place. And maybe a little bit of that can lead to self-censorship, but hopefully not too much. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thanks. And next time with the mustache.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.